Hello boys, it's me, Big Boy. Alright, today I want to do another trophy showcase of one of my non-ladder characters. So, I mainly play seasons. I'm a seasonal Andy, as with probably a good bunch of you. So I don't really play non-ladder. So what I do is I compress all of my gear into fine-tuning my favorite builds and characters. So I've just got this gear here. I have a look every now and again. I jack off to myself, and then there you go. I just put it away. So I thought it would be nice to make a showcase video just to kind of show off the gear that I have on my favorite build and the achievements I'm proud of. So this character here specifically is gear accumulated from several seasons when I played Enchantress. Now I went Enchantress only before the Enchantress buff, which wasn't really a buff, it was more of a fix towards elemental damage applying correctly to ranged and thrown weapons. So before it became mainstream, I still was accumulating gear for this already. So before the enchant almost was going up in price. So that's kind of funny to remember. So a lot of this gear I've had for a long time, so I'll enjoy kind of rambling for a bit. This might not be your video, I don't care. So stats, skills, and gear, we'll get into it. So, Doublis Billis, 92 is as far as I got. It's pretty reasonable for me. It'd be kind of rare if I get to 93 or over, to be honest. Strength is enough to wield a Monarch on Switch on this variant. So a lot have probably like CTA staff, so I've got that in a few other videos, or just other stuff in general, but I wanted the +2 because I do have a really nice orb here, so I'll get back to my gear in a second. Now, dexterity, you need to have enough to maintain a demon machine. It is not worth upgrading. If anybody tells you to upgrade your demon machine, just block them, okay? It's not worth it. The vast majority of your damage is elemental. The physical is not worth it. The extra stat requirements to wield it is not worth it either, okay? So this is socketed with 15 IS and cold res because I wanted to max out my resistances a little bit more, and I don't know, it's what I had, okay? Vitality for a good excess, so I got 140 and everything into energy. Alright, so skills, I have the following. I got Warmth maxed out, I got Enchant maxed out, Fire Mastery maxed out. That's what you can expect. Lightning, I have 1 to static, and I have energy up to 18, telekinesis and 16. Pretty reasonable. Frost Nova to keep those range buggers at bay, you know, when they're trying to get in. And then I've got Frozen Armor in case they, you know, I'm not good enough and they get too close. So let's switch over some gear to pre-buff and then we'll get into it. So I can switch out more than I do, but I just have my rings. So I've got +1 and +1, I've got my racks, I've got Mage Fist. I can switch over my Almost Robes, which is what? 1% off perfect, so 19 and then +3 enchant. My helm is +3, I've got 3 here, and then I've got this. So my Sork skills is +2, and then at 2 facets we're an extra 10% to buff up, and that's a +5. Okay, so +7 overall on there. So my enchant is 51 with my Annihilus, my Torch, and then full set of skillers, and I guess you can trade out this if you want to for 1 more Grand Charm. So I'm going to buff that up. I'm going to buff up Raisin over there, and then use a couple of these, and let me switch back out and I'll show you the gear that I have. Okay, boys? Now, so my damage is 24,000, sorry. Absolutely insane. You do not need this much. This is on non-ladder, so I can't change the player count, unfortunately. So this showcase is not even going to do the build justice because it is insanely strong. I will destroy Chaos after I go through this. Absolutely nuke it, okay? Now, I've got my Demon Machine with my 15 increased attack speed, so that means I'm capped, okay? Which is good. So I don't need to worry about attack speed on anything else. I can maximize damage. So, I have the following. 3 fire skills, 20 FCR helm, socketed twice with perfect facets in there. This is your ideal perfect damage helm. To complement that, we have perfect facets in a life Gothic plate. This amount of minus res is ridiculous. You can destroy P6 and P8. It is beautiful. okay? But it is also unnecessary. I've got 3 fire skills, 10 FCR. That is ideal when you're doing these. You want that 20 FCR on here, so when you're teleporting around with the crossbow out, we have 80 FCR, which is nice, okay? We've got Mage Fists on there, which is perfect and upped. We've got 10 FCR attack rating, mana and res, Arax, Raven Frost, and then we've got Sandstorms. Very beautiful, okay? Decent single res charms. We've got our plus skillers down here, coupled with some small life, and then a perfect sunder. So on Switch, I did show you my Eldritch Orb and my Spirit Shield, and that's loosely what I have, okay? Now, my resistances are not perfect, but I can mix and match a few different things. So if I want to switch out for Tri-Res boots, I can do so, and get rid of that, and then have less poison, but then more of my other resistances, so I can show you that there. Okay, let's switch back. I do have Cure, which I can put on my Mercenary instead of these difficult areas, and I also have this here. I can switch out my gloves once I've buffed up with Mage Fist. I can get knockback and fire res from these and attack speed, which means I can switch out my Demon Machine for a perfect facet instead, so my damage is even more. Okay? More minus res, which doesn't show on here. Alright? So for the sake of it, I'm going to go back. I'll keep the Mage Fists on just so it's easy to move around, and honestly it doesn't fucking matter because my damage is so damn high anyway. So, Frost Nova on Switch. I'll show the Mercenary, then we'll just rip right in. His damage is over 10,000 with our enchant. He has Fortitude, he has Flickering Flame, okay, so our resistances are a bit higher, and he has Infinity. Although not the best Flickering Flame, it's fine, boys, okay? I'm going to go over to Trav just as a little warm-up. Just as a little warm-up, boys, eh? Oh, it's such a beautiful build, you know? Like, it's not necessary to have this many facets. If you're playing consistently farming like P6 and P8 high density areas, then absolutely I would recommend this amount of just facets. But what we have is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And Gillard, we'll get him through the window, done. Beautiful. Good option is Frigid, so hopefully this loading screen isn't too bad. Hopefully the loading screen isn't too bad. Act 5, bro. Kills my videos in my viewership. Devs, please. It's just silly. When you have, like, this amount of fire damage, it is just absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not even going to showcase cows in this because you guys know exactly what's going to happen with it, okay? So I'm going to go straight over to River of Flame, and we're going to do a chaos run and finish off with that, okay? I just wanted to mainly show off all my gear and things that I do have, and I'm just really proud of all the facets that I ended up getting with this, and all the boys helping me out. So shout out to Proto getting me that 320 on here, and getting me just absolutely just beautiful shit, you know? No, Proto got me another helm, never mind. I was thinking of something else. I think Facets he helped me out with, but regardless, let's get that up. Again, let's go through, let's finish off Chaos. Hey boys. Oh, Decrepify. I do hate it. Ridiculous. I'm not sure how many people still play, like, Demon Machine Enchantress regularly, but it really is crazy. Like, the damage potential on this is ridiculous, boys. I know I don't have the best defensive setup, but I really didn't need to at the time with this gear when I was building it, you know? So you can get away with just having less resistances because you're just such a ridiculous glass cannon variant. Ventara's done, and then we'll finish off with Diablo. So 24,000 damage, boys. 24,000. I don't even need to use my static. Four shots and he's done. That's it. What else do you need? The Enchantress is ridiculously OP. Consider it for next season. Play it in your spare time. A beautiful, beautiful time investment. Okay? See you, boys.